goes on the 18, but he's not got the lead just yet.
And the inside group is broke apart as well.
Oh, there goes Michael Self.
Straighten it out, buddy.
Yes.
Hey, great job by him.
But it isn't over.
I feel like this race is out of control. I don't know what you're thinking.
Rhodes in it, and there goes Rhodes. Contact.
Big right, come on, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Go straight, man. Come on, straight. Keep coming straight. Keep coming straight. Get off them.
So many involved. Jesse Little, the 97 around, the 13 of Johnny Sauter in it as well. Sheldon Creed. There's Tyler Ankrum in the 26. And Ben Rhodes.
Haley's shooting to the outside in that 11 car. Cindric tucks in behind him. Allgaier still out front.
Big rack, 83.
Yep. We got a crash. We stay green. That's the 18 of Riley Herbst, and now the caution is out. And that is how we will end stage 2. Justin Allgaier in front of Justin Haley, and then it's Jeb Burton. Watch the 18 right in the middle there.
He might have
moved down. Wasn't quite clear.
Can't tell who that was that he got into.
Hard hit right there.
And Myatt Snyder looks like he might have got collected. Harrison Burton just barely sneaks through there on the bottom.
Nice save by Myatt Snyder, who hangs on to it.
Just wasn't quite
the
clear.
92, Josh Williams, I think was just barely inside of Riley, and he didn't see him there. Big hit, Chris Cochran, right in the door of the 18.
Look at Harrison Burton. That's got to be a lot
was
to
doing that
manage.
last night, trying to break the draft.
Big trouble. Spinning out down the front straightaway. Riley Herbst, we're going to get our 10th caution of the night.
You know, Clint, we talked about it with Eric Amarola in Cup qualifying. That AstroTurf or fake grass has saved 2 cars now from being destroyed.
Boy, you're running 150, 560 miles an hour. You get turned. It's tough to hang on to it.
Actually, Justin Haley got in a wall in front of him.
It's just that track narrowing up right there. It collects so many people.
Man, just unfortunate. Racing hard, 3 wide right there. Justin Haley
Herbst was 7th when the caution came out, leading with 45 laps to go.
Not as clean of a getaway as he wanted. Let's see what he's got.
No, he missed the bottom.
Yeah, he did miss the bottom.
Got back in it a little bit, but
oh boy. And look at this. Worst case scenario.
That's when he was jumping in the deep end.
I think
that's tough. He just missed the bottom, and then from there, you get behind on everything. People are on the outside. You're looking in your mirror. You're trying to get back to the bottom. No.
it was just a matter of him exiting 2 and looking tight, heading up the racetrack towards the 7, and then just got squeezed the 11 into the outside wall. Nowhere for Justin Haley to go. Good checkup by the 19 and being able to slow down and miss some of that action.
At first glance, I thought the 9 would be the one spinning out. Just got too far out from underneath of him. Again, you're walking that thing around the corner on the throttle, driving the thing with the throttle with the grip, and there it come out from underneath of him. Got in a wall a little bit in contact.
Atlanta is a tough place, especially if you've never been there before. That's the case for Riley. He is pulled away, and now trouble.
There we go. We said it, guys.
Herbst, Hemrick, hard into the inside wall. And the caution is out. And since the leader did not get back to the white flag, we will re-rack him and have double overtime. Ah, man, you hate that for Michael Annette. 2 of the JRM cars taken out.
That was an expensive lap for Dale Jr.
Riley Herbst did a perfect job on the start. Was able to get down to the bottom, but then it went away.
Haley,
because he took the wave around.
And he's going to come back into it. You're right.
He's going to come get some tires. Whoa. A bit of a block there on. Was that AJ Allmendinger that Herbst attempted to block?
Yeah.
Oh, man, how close was that for AJ?
Barely missed Daniel Hemrick. That's a big impact on the inside wall.
Man,
great to
Jamie,
see
you and I have hit concrete walls. How refreshing it is to see these guys bounce off those safer barriers.
Yeah, it's such a different. It's so much different than hitting just a regular concrete wall. We got all kinds of stuff.
And now we have a caution. That's Riley Herbst in the 18. Mentioned earlier, ran the ARCA race. Finished in the top 5.
It doesn't look that tore up. It just depends on if he can get back to the pits. He's got flat tires, and man, those tires just destroy the body. Oh, he just got turned in
maybe not.
In the tri-oval. Wow.
I go back to, though, you know, Briscoe was up front.
Oh, in front of all those cars.
And we said he might be the guy because he had those fresh tires, but he lost the lead draft drop back there. And once you're in the middle of a situation, you can get caught up at Talladega. Here we are on board with the 98.
It won't be long.
Oh, he just misjudged that.
One of the most frustrating.
Trouble. Riley Herbst spinning. Right at the start-finish line. 6th caution of the day. Looks like he kept it. Maybe a little damage left front, but pretty clean there.
Yeah, I'm going to say that was help. Yeah.
How do you do?
Yeah. Interesting spot to get help at Pocono.
You're saying we need to rewind the tape a little further?
And there's more to that story.
Let's hope that something else happened, because that seems like a pretty big reaction for just the air getting you loose off of turn 3.
Yeah.
All right, hey, caution, 6th of the day. 42 laps to go. We'll be coming back around here. You know, just over 40. We're close.
Oh, trouble, and Riley Herbst is in trouble, Rick. Big damage to the back of that car. As a matter of fact, it's almost all gone, as the 18 of Riley Herbst will bring out caution number 1 before the competition caution comes out. And big damage for Riley Herbst.
Noah right behind him. Yeah. We talked about the aggressiveness of Noah Gragson before this race started.
I don't get it. I just don't get it 5 laps into the race why you have to be that aggressive on a slick racetrack with Riley in front of him. I know Noah didn't drive in there with the intention of wrecking the 18. We didn't see the last 2 or 3 laps. Maybe the 18 was holding him up. We only saw the end of the story, but definitely pushing the issue early.
7 car Valgar with an issue. Did not get through turn 1 very well.
Earl Bamber turns the 18. Riley Herbst around. The 21 of Bamber got into the rear quarter panel.
Can he get out of that wet grass? Looks like it's going to be on that lap.
An issue there. Riley Herbst through the grass.
Okay, nothing else now. Looks like he just got the wheel hopping in the braking zone, way too hot into the braking zone there. Probably the best thing that could have happened to him was to spin that car backwards to the grass. You see what it does to the splitters a lot of times when those cars go into those areas. Those first. But it's going to cost him a few spots. He can return to continue. That tire, so feel like they've had good speed this year. The opportunities have been there, just haven't capitalized. That's another opportunity missed that Riley Herbst goes and spins around.
Yeah, Riley Herbst struggling now a bit. Looking at that wheel hop. Yeah. Explain wheel hop, by the way. We say it a lot.
He's on a left rear wheel. You can see it lock up. Essentially, it just stopped. And it's just literally wheel hop. It literally are hopping up and down. Look at the back of the car. How much it's moving around. Just the rear brakes are working more than the front brakes.
He's going to try to outbrake these guys all the way down the corner. And all going to shove the 47 into the corner. They're all going to miss it. They all missed the corner. They all tucked themselves into out. Big contact. Yeah, big contact here.
And falling way back now.
Allmendinger in the 98. Oh, we got a car spinning. The 36 hard into the guardrail. The 98's around.
Briscoe with damage to the 98. The front end damage. You said the 36 also around. That's Preston Pardis.
18 around. That increases the intensity level. Do not want to get lapped right here. Got to try to find a little bit more in your car. And many times that's when you get your 18 car hard in the wall.
Going here. Our yellow's out. Stay in front of the 7 here.
Riley Herbst.
Right there was your point, Jim. That wasn't far in front of the leader coming.
Yeah. Take a look at the cause of this. He looks like he's off the gas early, down into the corner, comes across the nose of Brandon Brown.
don't know if Brandon was ready for that 18 car to come down across the track. Yeah, that right there is a hard hit for the back end of that car. Clement's locking up to left.
I think that he might force it early. The 19. Oh,
around goes the 18. Sliding toward the inside wall, hard on the driver's side door.
Not a good deal for this team here. Riley came into here below the cut line.
And he could gain enough points, but came in far enough behind where it kind of needs to win this race.
Let's see if he can get position on Noah. It's going to be tough to do it through this technical part of this infield. Oh, he gets in the back of Noah.
And Noah around.
He just turned in.
And into the tire barriers. Let's see if he's able to keep going.
Couple guys coming behind you.
Remember, these guys had some issues at Texas.
A few moments later.
Out of one.
Outside of the 18 car of Herbst, he's going to have the inside line down here in this next corner. He's going to take the lead momentarily. Oh, they're wrecking.
Around.
Both of them are wrecking.
7. And they pile into him.
Barely got the barrier with my back.
Justin Allgaier just by Riley. Then just both of them right there. Lost control.
Yeah, so the 7 on his own. The 18 definitely had contact with Allmendinger, it appeared.
Yeah, I was going to say the 7 just got in there hot. The 18 right here looks like there was some contact with AJ and sent him around.
And then behind them, think about trying to get slowed down in this rain, right? So
how much speed do you have? Like at this point, look at that. Man, I didn't see that contact. So Riley was thinking about this. Riley was running this when that happened. So he was sitting there running this with an opportunity to
Not a great restart here as Ryan C gets off to a good start. And now they're 4 wide going into 1.
That's it.
Oh, and around goes the 7. Hard into the outside wall.
Buddy, hang on. Hang on.
On the apron, the 21 of Anthony Alfredo was into the wall hard. He's upside down, sliding through 1 and 2.
Close to the apron. The next thing we know, we're 4 wide on the apron, Jeff.
Yeah, everybody's got to go. Everybody has tires trying to get track position. And Allgaier was just on the apron, entered the corner on the apron, and ended up getting up into the side of the 21.
Yeah, he ran out of, I mean, at some point, you have to make the corner. The corner has the banking. There were so many cars above him, he couldn't get up on the banking. It looked like he lost control. Take another look at it. Focus on that bright red or orange number 7 back here. That's kind of where the whole thing starts.
And normally you think you're going to get down here and you're going to slide up into the racetrack, but he just never had a chance to. Allgaier just kind of, I think, needed to give that spot up and get out of the throttle, but knowing there's a race win, if you can make it work, maybe ahead of you, just chose to stay in the gas.
And look at this car. It gets up on its side. It's sliding. You know, these cars have roof flaps that design them to stay on the ground when you see a high speed rollover at, say, a restrictor plate track. But here, that wasn't really an aerodynamic thing. The cars aren't going at top speed on this restart. That's just the force of this car hitting that outside wall, throws it up into the air, and then, Jeff, as we saw, it slides to a stop on its roof.
Into the wall, into the inside wall. The caution has come out for the 7th time.
Get it rolling.
And you see the damage to the front. The left front is not turning at all. Riley Herbst into the inside wall.
So he's down the back straightaway. He and Jeb Burton racing. Riley drives underneath Jeb. And then just a very little bit of contact with the right front, and that sends the car around.
Jeff, you talked about how difficult it is to be a little bit free and be the car on the bottom. I mean, that's really what we're talking about, right? You have to have a lower entry because there's a car to the outside, which means you have to turn the wheel more, and the back comes around.